it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a toilet floating on the wall. Welcome to Toilet Talk. Today we are going to talk about wall-mounted toilets. So if you don't know about Toilet Talk, this is the show where we like to talk about pretty potties and what changes you can make to make sure that you stay independent and safe in your home for a lifetime. So with wall-mounted toilets, they are, well, first of all, I want to say I was going to be at a different location to show you a wall-mounted toilet, but sadly that fell through. But that's okay because plan B is for me to show you a couple of pictures on my computer about wall-mounted toilets. So the first thing is I'm going to go ahead, well, first, who am I? I'm Maria Lindbergh, and on Toilet Talk, we're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of pictures so that you see what wall-mounted toilets actually are. Go ahead and give me a like on this video if you are kind of looking into getting a new toilet or kind of seeing what other options are out there besides just a regular standard toilet where the tank is attached and the plumbing comes up through the floor to the toilet. So I personally do not have a wall-mounted toilet. I think that a lot of places in the area, I live in the Kansas City area, so if you were to see a wall-mounted toilet, it would be really common to see them in public places. Like last week, I went to the zoo with my daughter and there were wall-mounted toilets in the restroom. Or if you were to go to the movies or just really school setting, I think of wall-mounted toilets. So it's just the seat is mounted onto the wall and the tank is inside of the wall. So it's you're not going to easily get to it with a wall-mounted toilet. So let me go ahead, pardon the bounce as usual. I am going to go ahead and turn my camera around. Here we are. And we're going to let my camera there we go. So this picture is by Unsplash, so I can't tell you who designed the bathroom or who put any or what type of toilet it is, what the brand is. But as you can see with the wall-mounted toilet, it is just the seat sticking out of the wall. There is no base to attach to the bottom of the floor. And then to flush the toilet, you have a couple of buttons you could push up over the top, and that is how you would flush the toilet. And actually in this picture too, they have a handheld bidet right next to the toilet so that you can clean your bottom with the water that way too. So the thing about wall-mounted toilets is when you look at it, your first impression is, wow, that looks really clean lined. It doesn't look at all like there's a bunch of clutter in the bathroom. You notice you can clean easily under the toilet underneath, and you would have to, it looks like, stand up and push the buttons on the back of the wall, but that's usually not a problem. So let me show you another picture. Here we go. Here's another example of a wall-mounted toilet. Again, you see it does not attach to the floor. The tank is inside the wall, and you push on the buttons to flush the toilet. And in this example too, there's also another handheld bidet there, so pretty neat. So these wall-mounted toilets work really well. If you don't have a lot of space in your bathroom, it makes it feel like there's more room. In fact, I was reading something about having the tank outside or inside the wall can actually free up to about 2 feet of space. So you have 2 feet of extra space. And in my opinion, it just looks really chic and really lovely. So I'm going to actually go ahead and turn the camera back around, hello, and then I'm going to put the camera back in my mount here. Here we go. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's talk about the functional part. So it looks beautiful, right? So let's talk about some of the pros. And I actually wrote a blog article on my website, stayathomesolutionsKC.com, about wall-mounted toilets. And actually, it's the same title as this video. It's Toilet Talk, Wall-Mounted Toilets. And in that article, I do break it down, like all of the benefits of it and all of the cons to it. So if you want a full complete list, please head on over to stayathomesolutionsKC.com and check out my blog. And while you're there, please sign up for the newsletter. It's free and comes to you twice a month. So the good thing about wall-mounted toilets is, number one, like we talked about, they're beautiful. Who can deny that? They're beautiful. They clear up space. It doesn't look like there's clutter. But the great part of it too is that with wall-mounted toilets, you can customize it to your height, which is probably the very best part of it. So let's say you're a taller person or you're a person of shorter stature. It doesn't matter. You can have the height installed at the best height for you. So this is great. That means that you're not having to go to the big box store, buy a regular toilet with the tank and have to deal with whatever heights they put it at. You can put it at a height that is specific to you. So I would recommend hiring an occupational therapist or a home safety consultant to help you figure out what height is going to work best for you. But as far as why do you want a height that's good for you? You want a height that's good for you so that it's easy for you to get on and off the toilet, so that it's easy for you to reach and wipe your bottom or use a handheld bidet. So if your toilet seat is too tall or too short, it can make it so it's really difficult to take care of yourself on the toilet. So if you have a height that is perfect for you, then those things are not difficult, and that'll make it easier for you to live in your home for as long as you want. Another good thing about wall-mounted toilets is, like I mentioned, there's no base at the bottom. So not only is it easier to clean, but let's say you're somebody who uses a wheelchair and you have foot plates on your wheelchair. Or let's say you're somebody who uses a cane or a walker. Having a wall-mounted toilet makes it so you're not tripping on the base of the toilet. And so there's extra room for your feet to go whenever you need to get on and off the toilet and get close to it and turn it around. So wall-mounted toilets are a great space saver to consider, like we talked about. But here's a couple of the cons with them. I know it pains me to say that there are cons to wall-mounted toilets, but I would say the biggest con is the expense. So when they are installed in your house, the toilet tank goes inside of the wall. So there's that cost, having to take your wall down. And then the person who's installing it, the contractor, whoever, they have to put the toilet tank between two studs and then cover everything up. So the plate that has the flush buttons, if you need to do any kind of maintenance or anything like that, that is how it would be accessed. So they would take it out. But usually with wall-mounted toilets and the tanks, there's very little maintenance that you do have to do. That being said, if disaster were to strike and the plumber were to need to get to the toilet tank, that would be a really costly deal since it's inside the wall. So there's that. So really the cost and just the accessibility to the toilet tank can be a big hindrance. So yeah, this is just something for you to consider. I think that wall-mounted toilets are really beautiful, and if they're there to help you age in place, that's great. Of course, if you want to keep your regular toilet and you're like, Maria, I am totally not sold on this, that is a-okay. You can keep your regular toilet with the base on the floor and the tank sticking out. That's a-okay. But wall-mounted toilets are really gorgeous. If you are a wheelchair user and you have had the opportunity to use a wall-mounted toilet versus a regular toilet, I would love for you to message me and let me know about your experience if you found it easier to get on and off the toilet with a wall-mounted toilet compared to a regular one. So short and sweet, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I want you to please come back next Tuesday. I actually will be in a different location. We're going to change it up. We're going to talk about toilet rails. So the toilet rail I'm going to talk about in specifically next week is a U-shaped grab bar by Ponte Giulio. And so I'm super excited to show you guys that. So we will be in a different location. So please come back for that. And anytime you want to watch these Toilet Talk episodes, please go to my IGTV. My handle is @hardtimewiping. And if you would also like to see these videos in another place, please go to virtualcare.com. That's care with a K. And they have videos like this, but they also do telehealth therapy, individual group sessions so that you can stay in your home and take care of yourself that way. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh yes, please share these videos with a friend who you think would like it, especially somebody who's doing any remodeling in their home and they want to live in their home for a lifetime. Please check out my videos, sign up for my newsletter. I have all the good information to help you do that, to live in your home for a lifetime. Thank you so much. I will see you next week on Tuesday at 12 Central Standard Time, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.